Tranny Madness update. We go to Utah, where Utah senator introduced a bill to ban hormones and meatball surgery, had threats of violence spray painted onto his house.
A wild animal into a corner, they're going to become a dangerous animal. What the fuck?
What do you expect when you let the nuts run the asylum?
It's true.
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next. Happy Monday, everyone. Jasper Gonzo, What's Next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Happy Monday, of course. I think I just said that, and we begin a new week. Of course, as always, new week, same bullshit. This thing is just not ending. We've seen an uptick in violence in regards to tranny madness. Nashville shooter, anyone. Of course, the Transgender Day of Vengeance, which of course was canceled because of, quote, safety concerns regarding the trans mental. And of course, you have idiots like Dylan Mulvaney still running around getting paid very handsomely to act an ass. But the threats of violence are serious. We saw Riley Gaines get attacked in San Francisco State U for giving a simple speech on protecting women's sports with, I don't know, real women. Sadly, it's not ending. We recently saw a video on TikTok with one idiot ass clown making threats of violence saying, hey, well, if you try to stop me in my presence from sending your daughter into the bathroom and I go in there because I'm clearly a dude, we're going to have a problem. Well, of course, I'll give you an update on that in just a bit. But we go to this. This comes out of Breitbart. Utah lawmakers home vandalized after introducing bill to ban transgender surgeries on children. Yes. Another person trying to do good to protect children, of course, is met with threats of violence spray painted on his house. A Utah State Republican lawmaker's home was allegedly vandalized after he introduced a bill aiming to ban transgender surgeries, meatball surgery, on minors. The message to State Senator Mike Kennedy, read in red spray paint on his door, read, FASH, abbreviation for fascist, and these trannies bash back. Excuse me. Kennedy announced the vandalism on Facebook. Quote, to those who seek violence, vandalism, intimidation, to deter me from standing up for what's right, let me be clear. You will not succeed, he said in his post. I will not be deterred by your cowardly actions. The recent vandalism to my family's home was not just an attack on me, but on the very principles our state stands for. We will not let fear and violence control our destiny. Kennedy called on citizens of Utah to stand up and push back against radicals who seek to push their agenda on our state. I'm more determined than ever to work with good people in Utah to make our state a better place for all, especially our children. I won't back down, he concluded. According to Fox News, Kennedy-sponsored SB 16 legislation bill that bans trans surgeries and puberty blockers for minors, which was eventually signed into law by Governor Spencer Cox in January. Legislation similar to Utah's SB 16, have been enacted at least in 11 states as part of a nationwide movement led by conservatives who say transgender medical treatments are unproven and potentially dangerous for children. The Utah alphabet activist group Equality Utah, which opposed the bill, surprised, denounced the vandalism to Kennedy's home in a strong statement. Quote, we do not know who participated in this action, but we have been informed this may have been an act of retaliation for the sponsor of the bill. To this extent, or any other act of violence and vandalism against our public officials is related to the alphabet advocacy, we wanted to make it clear that the Equality Utah condemns the tactics and absolute strongest of terms, the group said. These heinous acts do not help the alphabet Utahs. They do not advance a climate of equality, they added. Other alphabet activists have not been as tame in their language towards lawmakers who oppose transgender surgery, meatball surgery on minors. Montana Democrat Zooey Zever, a man living as a woman, of course, because he's mental, recently said that bloodshed could result from bans on trans surgeries for minors. Quote, this body should not be ashamed. This body should be ashamed, excuse me. If you vote yes on this bill and yes on these amendments, I hope the next time there is an invocation, when you bow your heads in prayer, you see the blood on your hands. Wow. So we go from that stupidity and idiocy of violence to this moron. Quote, the last mistake you ever make, trans TikToker chilling message sparks safety concerns. A transgender TikTok user's chilling message threatened anyone who attempted to stop him from entering a women's restroom and called for members of the protected demographic to arm themselves, raised concerns that the individual was contributing to the threatening of the safety of women. In the video post, which has reportedly since been taken down, of course, I've got a little update on that. The plump, bespectacled dude who identifies as a woman because, of course, he is mental ill, goes by the name of Tara J, which, of course, his real name is Tommy. Put people on notice that there will be severe consequences for anyone trying to protect women's facilities from him entering when the need arose. Quote, if you back a wild animal into a corner, they're going to become a dangerous animal, the TikToker said in a viral video. So if you want to die on that hill of yours of righteousness and moral majority, then go right ahead. I dare you to try to stop me from going into the women's bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever
A wild animal into a corner, they're going to become a dangerous animal. So if you want to die on that hill of yours of righteousness and moral majority, then you go right ahead. I dare you to try and stop me from going into a women's bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make. I dare you to try and stop a transgender woman in my presence from using the bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make. This is a call to action and a call to arms to everybody within the United States that are scared, worried, have children that are transgender, lesbian, bi, or gay. This is a call to action. You need to arm up. Plain and simple. Go out, buy a gun. Learn how to use it efficiently, through and through. Because the time to act is now. You need to protect yourself, and you need to protect your fellow transgender brothers and sisters and theys and thems. You need to protect the rest of us in the LGBT community, as I'm going to do myself. Because there are lots of people like me who are not afraid to die. I love my girlfriends to death, but I would rather die for them to secure their safety, freedom, and future than to live and not have anything done. So you go ahead. You protect your kids.
My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that we've seen an uptick. And sadly, this is not going to end. It's not going to end well. So the threat to the Utah senator spray painted on his house is tame, is minor. But when you have an idiot like Tommy Boy here, shoots his mouth off in regards to, if you don't let me into the women's bathroom, if you don't allow me to, take out my ball sack in front of your wives and daughters, we're going to have a problem. Well, update on Fat Boy here. Well, it turned out that one woman decided to do her homework. She did a video in regards to Tommy Boy here and who he truly is and what he's all about. She sent the information on to her local police, and of course, now the local police are in full investigation. So I don't think we'll be seeing Tommy Boy anytime soon. Hopefully we don't. But the situation in San Francisco State University with Riley Gaines, the Trans Day of Vengeance, which was called off, thankfully, the trans shooter in Nashville, and of course, ass clowns like Fat Ass here, sadly, it's just going to continue. But everyone has to be aware. Everyone's got to have their ears up, their eyes open, because this shit's not going to stop. And I approve that states more and more need to step up and say, this shit needs to stop. We're going to pass laws. We're going to pass bills. Governors sign them. But parents have to be ever vigilant. They have to be there, because drag queens, this shit is just going to go on until everyone's voice is in unison. Leave our children the fuck alone. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.